Welcome to Finland, the best country in the world. The water is coming sideways. So I had a pretty busy week last week. The whole week was like terrible weather, and we had that snow, and as you saw from the intro, there was a lot of snow suddenly, and I needed to change my tires to my van, and now it's, look at this. It's 0 degrees and windy and raining and all sorts of things. So about the maintenance tips that I promised you, the first thing is to So the first thing to do is to wash your bike. Wash your bike. It's pretty important thing to keep your bike and gear in good shape. That's pretty simple. I've used a foam lance and what is that? Water pressure washer. After washing, I lube my chain, because if you don't lube your chain, it will rust and go into bad shape. So use chain lube. After that, I check the chain slack, because if there's too much slack, you can get a lot of trouble on the trail if the chain jumps from the gears, and so I recommend to check out the slack after each ride. So my next step is to change the air filter, and it's pretty easy for KTMs, and I like to do it. I like to do it every second, every third ride, now that it's not that dusty. If you have dry tracks where you ride, I recommend to check your air filter after each ride. The next step I like to do is to bleed my front forks from air, because the oil seals leak a little air in your forks, and you have these bleed screws that you can open and release the unnecessary air from them. It changes your fork feeling, and the air ruins your perfect settings from your fork, so I recommend to bleed it at least after each ride. Only thing to remember is to lift up your bike or the front fork, so that there's no pressure to the fork itself. So I've seen a lot of people bleeding their forks with their tires on the ground, so that way it will only make it worse. So don't smash those speed bleeders and open the screws when your bike is on the ground. Then I like to check the tension of my spokes and rim locks, because they get, especially with two-stroke bike, they tend to get a little loose, especially if you have loose spokes on your front wheel and hit some rocks or anything else. You can get your whole wheel bent pretty badly. The rim lock's job is to keep your outer tire from not spinning on the wheel, so keep it as tight as you can, but don't over tighten it, because it will tear itself apart from the rubber portion. It's crucial to find the sweet spot. Now that you have your bike washed and all the maintenance done, it's good to top up the fuel tank and go out for a ride. I hope that we see the sun at least once before the year ends, and I can get some better footage out of this country, but let's see. I'm heading back to my car now, and we will see you next Sunday. I will put out a epic short film for you guys. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and we'll see you next week. In Finland we have this amazing weather, and it's warm every day, and the sun is shining, and everyone is having fun all the time, and no comments. What would I do without the webasto or heater? What it's called? I don't know what it's called. Oh my god.